Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. First of all, a happy Independence Day. So welcome to the 631st meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. For those who don't know Toastmasters International, it's a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So there are 4 core values of Toastmasters International, which are integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect for the individual. Few rules to be followed. I request all the speakers to refrain from speaking on taboo topics like sex, religion, politics. Since it is a hybrid meeting, I request the online participants to kindly ensure that your microphone is on mute when you are not speaking so that you don't disturb the speakers. And the third point is, I request the online participants to rename themselves to the format Toastmaster or guest followed by your name. I'll be sharing 2 forms in the chat window, one for the attendance and the other for the guest to share your contact details, and a VP membership will reach out to you. Have a great meeting, and I now hand over the control to our presiding officer.
1 minute, there is a technical glitch here. Karthik, why are we seeing the members' images here? Can you please comment? Is that a project of all?
Spotlight ஆக மாட்டேங்குதா பிரீத்தி?
இல்ல மேம், உங்க என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன்
ஓகே.
Okay. Yeah.
Why the full screen? Sorry for the glitch. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India shall awaken to freedom. With these golden words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, I declare open the 631st meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. On this day, let us also take some time to cherish the freedom we got after so much of struggles and sacrifices of our freedom fighters. So to make us feel more patriotic, we have a special Independence Day themed meeting by DTM Patsa and Independence Day song by Toastmaster Kavita ma'am. Thank you so much for joining today. Wishing you all a happy 75th Independence Day, and we have few guests joined with us. Let us get the intro from them. Priya from online, is it a guest or Priyadarshini?
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'll change it.
Okay, sorry, no problem. So we have some guests offline. Can you please someone introduce yourself now?
Hi, very happy to be here. My name is Soumya Mahadevan. I'm here as a guest along with my son Darshan.
I think he came here last time and I wanted to just come and see how you guys conduct the meeting and just to be a part of this meeting today. Thank you so much and wish you all a happy Independence Day.
So without much delay, let us welcome our Toastmaster of the day. We have one more. Darshan, can you please come and introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Darshan. Um, uh, Wishing you all a happy Independence Day.
What are you doing?
I-
Studying?
I'm in class 9.
Thank you. Thanks for joining, Darshan. Now let us introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob, who's a project coordinator at Aadhaar Donnelly and Toastmaster for 6 months, I think. Welcome.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Madras Toastmasters Club. Before I go any further, let me introduce the word and theme of the day. I'll share my screen. So screen actually for the online members.
Yes, visible, Jacob.
Thank you. So the word of the day is liberty. The noun liberty has its roots from the Latin word libertas, derived from the name of the goddess Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom. This can refer to political or civil freedom in the sense of being a free person, as defined by the absence of control or restraint. It can also be used to describe the condition of being allowed to do something, having permission. It's a synonym for the word freedom. So the meaning of the word liberty was initially confined to individuals. However, by the later 15th century, the word was applied to a group of people and communities representing being free from autocratic rule or despotic and arbitrary control. The later words are liberties, libertarian, liberal, and liberating. And the next is theme of the day. The theme of the day is Independence Day. So we'll discuss more about how we are getting and what are the key events for the Indian to how we are struggling to get the freedom. So before that, I would like to conduct a quiz program. So I totally have 6 questions, 3 for the offline members and 3 for the online members. So the questions you will have 4 options. So before answering to the questions,
Toastmaster, Jacob, your screen is not changing.
sorry.
Your screen is not changing, so it's only Madras Toastmasters Club is visible. Meeting hours. The PPT is not changing.
No, he's saying that it's in the same slide. You have to go to the next slide, isn't it? So it's in the first slide itself, your PPT. That's what he's saying.
Zoom Master can move on to the next slide.
Okay. Can I?
Jacob, who's the Zoom Master for today?
1 second. Okay. And put the system.
Yeah, you can request. Please move on to the next slide. Preeti, who's the Zoom Master for today?
Gayatri, I'll send this file to Gayatri. I'll let her share this.
Okay.
Oh, 1 minute. Let Gayatri share it, or you can also try.
Yeah. If you have it in that laptop, you can screen share and you can also do it.
I'll check once.
Bro, try sharing the presentation as such. Yeah, this one.
Now it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
now it's
Mm. Sorry for the inconvenience. Totally, I have 6 questions and 3 for the offline members and 3 for the online participants. Before answering to the questions, please raise your hands and answer. So the right answer person will get a reward. Like I have a few chocolates with me, so you will get rewarded. Yeah? Okay, let me start first question. It's for the offline participants. So the picture shown below is associated with which movement or event of freedom struggle? I have a few options you can see. So a Quit India movement, India independence movement, Dundee March, protest against Simon Commission. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Who said first answer?
Toastmaster Jacob, can you make it as full screen? The picture is too small.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, maybe next to that 3 dots, that button, if you click, it will come full screen.
Actually, you can proceed. It's visible.
Yeah. So the next question is for the online participants. When did the Jallianwala Bagh massacre occurred? The options are 1913, 1919, 1920, 1931. For online participants. You can get the answers from the online participants.
1920.
Who said 1990? Okay. Sorry. So next question is for the offline participants. What was the name of the first fort built by the East India Company and it's located in which city? So what was the name of the first fort built by the East India Company and it is located in which city? The options are Fort Williams, Calcutta, Fort Williams, Chennai, Fort St. George, Chennai, Fort St. George, Surat. Fort St. George at Chennai. So, the next question is for online participants. So, what does the 3 colors of national flag represent? So, what does the 3 colors of national flag represent? The options are justice, selflessness, agriculture. Option B, religion, peace, trees. Option C, sacrifice, peace, and prosperity. And D, none of these.
Option C. Option C.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Sacrifice, peace, and prosperity. So, and the next question is for the offline participants. Which of the following leaders is known as the Handman of India? Those who said the correct answer? Anand? Yeah. Come on, guys. The right answer is Vallabhbhai Patel, and the last answer is for the online participants. After independence, who was the first Governor General of India? After independence, who was the first Governor General of India? The options are Rajendra Prasad, Lord Mountbatten, Lord Dalhousie, Raja Kobalachar.
Is it option B?
Sorry?
Option B, Mountbatten.
Yes. Correct answer is Lord Mountbatten. Thank you. So let's begin with our agenda. For the benefit of the guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the prepared speech, where the members will have a chance to prepare the speech on their project and the pathway they have chosen. The second is the table topics, in where the members will have a chance to think and speak on their feet. And it's also known as the import session. The guest will also have a chance to attend the table topic session. The third and final is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches as well as other aspects of the session will be evaluated by the general evaluator and his team. So today we have a general evaluator, Toastmaster Anirudh Guru. Before introducing him, Anirudh Guru is studying BCom final year. He also learning design and piano. His hobbies are watching and playing cricket, watching tennis, listening to music, singing and doing dub smash. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the introduction. So once again, happy 75th Independence Day to everyone. It is indeed a very special Independence Day this year. It's a milestone. And coming to my role, today I will be playing the role of the general evaluator. And the role of the general evaluator is to note down everything that takes place during the meeting. And I will note down everything that happens and that doesn't happen in the meeting. I will evaluate every participant and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. And at the end of the meeting, I will give feedback on how to improve the overall quality of the meeting. To assist me, I have a gate team, and this gate team will help us in opening the gate by giving feedback by noting down things and giving feedback to help the speakers and the role players in the meeting. So now the gate will be opened. So the first member in the gate team is the timer, and playing the role of the timer today is Toastmaster Tarun. A brief introduction about him. He is a third-year architecture student and a former Southern Terms of Madras Toastmasters Club. And he's also a design and finance and tech enthusiast, and his hobbies are playing badminton, binge and watching web series. So over to you, Toastmaster Tarun, to explain the role of timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator. The role of the timer is to alert the speaker on each of the time they have left, and also to calculate the time that they spoke. And so the speeches, the process of the speeches go like, so for prepared speeches, the most of the speeches are 5 to 7 minutes of length. At 5 minutes, I'll raise a green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll raise red card. And there will be 30 seconds grace time left. And for the table topic speeches, at 1 minute, I'll raise green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise red card. And 30 minutes grace time given. And for evaluations, the time speech is mostly 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise red card. 30 seconds grace time given. And happy Independence Day, everyone. Have an amazing time. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for explaining your role. So since there are a lot of events that will happen in this meeting, the time management will be really crucial for all those events. So in everything, the time management plays an important role. So that is a very important role in this meeting. So next we move on to the R counter role. R counter role will be played by Toastmaster Saravanan. Toastmaster Saravanan is working in DOW Incorporation as a piping engineer, and his favorite pastime is reading books and playing with his kid. Over to Toastmaster Saravanan for explaining the role.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Andy. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I play the role of R counter. As an R counter, my job is to look upon every speech, whether certain words or sounds are used as pass fillers. I will be listening for pass filler words like all, but, you know, and filler sounds like here. And I will also listen for any repeated words or phrases. At the end of the meeting, I will be submitting a report on my observations. Wish you all an advanced Independence Day. Over to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan. So this is yet another important role, this R counter role, where when we are speaking, we might knowingly or unknowingly, we might use a lot of fillers. And so to eliminate those fillers, the accounter will be giving his feedback on the number of fillers that we have used so that we can improve ourselves and maybe reduce our fillers next time around. So the last member in this tag team is the grammarian. And this grammarian role is played by Toastmaster Paramaguru. He is playing it for the first time. And his introduction is, he is working in HDFC Bank as a deputy manager, and his hobbies and interests are reading non-fictional books, watching movies, and listening to songs in his spare time.
Yeah,
Over
good morning.
to Toastmaster. Yes, over to Toastmaster Paramaguru.
Yeah, good morning all. Wishing you a happy Independence Day. So as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will also take note of any misuses of the English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is liberty, which means the quality of state of being free. An example of using the word is the ability to go where you want, do what you want, and say what you want. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Thank you all. Thank you,
Toastmaster Paramaguru. All the best in your role. So this is also another important role where he will be noting down the good phrases and words that we use during the meeting, and they will also give feedback on how to improve any corrections in our sentences and all those things. So that's about grammarian. So that concludes the tag team introduction. And now related to the word of the day, liberty, I will just add one point. Freedom is not the right to do as you please, but it is the liberty to do as you ought. And there is also a quote by George Washington about liberty. And this quote says that liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. So hope we all can have our full liberty and inner freedom to do our best in our roles and in our lives without any restrictions and hesitations. And surely that will lead us to greater heights eventually in everything that we do in our lives. So with this, I will hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day for now, and I will come back after the table topic session for the evaluation session. So for now, over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Please note that today evaluator is Toastmaster Muthu, and I have shared his introduction to you.
Yeah, sure.
Next is prepared speech session. Today, prepared speech will be given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. Will be attempting level 1 project 2 from the leadership development path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Muthu. Toastmaster Muthu request you to please read out the speech objectives. Before that, I will introduce our speaker. Today's speaker is Toastmaster Mohan Babu. He is a young, enthusiastic guy working as an AM, finance and strategy in a SaaS startup company. Also interested in learning new things every day. His hobbies are traveling and playing cricket. So I welcome to evaluate Toastmaster Muthu to read out his project objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope I am audible and visible for the online participants.
Not visible, Muthu. Little bit back. Yes. Perfect.
Okay. Toastmaster Mohan Babu is doing level 1 project 2 from the Pathway Leadership Development. His title is Expedition Happiness. The purpose of this speech for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback and apply the feedback to a second speech. And a note for the speaker is the speech has to be a well-organized speech on any topic. The topic may be humorous, informative, or any style the member chooses. Timer, please note down the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. And over to you. All the best.
Good morning, everyone. Hope I am visible and audible.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Timer, you can start the time. We all might have asked this question to ourselves at least once in our lifetime. Am I happy? Some might have got the answers very quickly, and some might have gotten it in some time. But it's essential that we must all got an answer for that question. Being happy is in having everything in your life to be perfect. Maybe it's all about stringing together all the little things. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and lovely guests. I am Mohan, giving my level 1 project 2 speech on leadership development, expedition happiness. Recently, I shifted to Tinagar from my hometown, which is 50 kilometers away from here, with the thought of restarting my cricketing journey and also to save time in commuting from home to office on a daily basis. To keep myself mentally healthy, I always have a habit of doing 2 things simultaneously. When I decided to pursue CA, I was very firm that I should go for a full-time college rather than a part-time college so that I would not get depressed and dejected. When I started working, I learned cooking different cuisines of the world. When COVID got gradually reduced, I began to travel. Now, I started going for early morning runs. Let me share a beautiful incident that happened to me very recently. Every morning, I put my shoes on to go for running. On a fine Saturday morning, an old man suddenly sat beside me on a bench, and all of a sudden, he asked me this question: "Are you happy?" I quickly responded to him, "I'm very much happy." He thought for some time and said with a smile, "Make sure you are happy." I came home with a thought running all over my head: am I really happy? Then I quietly took my diary and listed out all the things that makes me happy. I am glad that I was able to identify few things that makes me happy, and I am also doing them. Now, what is happiness? Anybody? Yeah, oh, exactly. So now, don't worry, I'm not going to define the term happiness, saying into it is categorized into short-term happiness, long-term happiness, and so on, so on, so. So there's no description for the term happiness. It's just an expression of feeling. There's no right definition who can define happiness. I'm also not the right person to define the term happiness. But from the people I have met from the solo trips and based on the experiences, I have learned that being happy is essential in everyone's life. It could be as happy as when a pet sees his or her parent after a 2 days break, or it could be as happy as when a child gets a surprise leave on a rainy day morning. What else could be more happy than that? When I visited Hyderabad a month ago for my leadership learning project, which I'm currently undergoing, I happened to meet this beautiful lady for a Sunday brunch. She was a head in particular department for Tata Groups for South Zone India. She was very simple and calm. You know our generation, right? Probably we might be the brand ambassador of this sport called Done and Dusted. At least I am. I don't have much patience. I don't think more when doing things. I just plan and do quickly. I plan on an evening and go on a trip at night. That's my kind of thing. At the end of our conversation, I simply said to her, "You are so simple." Her reply amazingly. She just said, "I'm happy, Mom. What else you need to do in your life?" I understood then. When we are happy, things fall in place automatically. In this fast growing world where things are changing rapidly, we all should make sure to be happy by doing the little things that brings us joy. Probably half a decade ago, there was no one talking about mental health. But now things have changed. Government itself is taking measures to make sure people are mentally well as physically. Because plenty of researchers says when people are mentally well, they can recover from physical illness. We all make sure we all mentally well. We cannot control life's difficult moments. but we can choose to be happy in those difficult moments. We will not know how many years we'll live, but we can make sure how much life those years will have. We cannot control the beauty of our face, but we can make sure the expressions on it. We cannot control the negative atmosphere of the world, but we can control the atmosphere of our minds. If you haven't asked yourself question, the one that I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, am I happy? Go home and ask yourself. You'll certainly find an exciting way to live the rest of your life happily. Stay happy, stay healthy, happy Sunday. I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohan Babu, for your wonderful speech. And next, we have a special speech session on the theme Independence Day. To present this, I would like to welcome our DTM Patabi L. Raman sir. To introduce him, Pat sir is a graduate in chemistry with advanced certification in English. He has a relentless thirst for English and Tamil language. Passionately devoted to communication, he has chosen to be the realm of communication and a host of its cousins. His philosophy is, while necessity is mother of invention, communication is mother of existence. And today, he reached his 17th year in Toastmasters. And thank you about your opinions. So your voice is not audible.
I believe the slide is visible.
Yes, sir. It is.
No, sir.
But
the screen has, yeah, stop sharing.
Was visible.
Okay, I have to share it. 1 minute. Now?
Yes.
Yes.
You want me to make a slide mode? Right. Good morning, everybody. My special wishes on the eve of the 75th Independence Day that gives us both a lot of liberty and a lot of freedom too. Today is my best day. My best is yet to come. I am going to deliver my best today. This is my mental coffee I drink every time before begin any task. I think many of you could be aware of it, as it is a regular feature in my presentations. So I raised the question and sent as a themed topic, which is greater, freedom or wisdom? Anybody's viewpoint?
Both, sir, actually.
Sir, I personally think wisdom gives you freedom.
Wisdom gives freedom.
Yes.
Okay, who is that?
Tarun.
Tarun. Anybody else? Anirudh said both are required. Yes, we need both. Right, let's move on. So this is a wonderful symbol, a sign of the freedom. When we hold that butterfly in our fingers or arms, so the pain it suffers, or if not the pain, the kind of getting arrested or getting trapped. And when you release it, how happy the butterfly as well as the reliever, the person who relieves the butterfly towards freedom. So in our human life, I'm talking the very human life. It is not a profession, personal or social, all put together in our human life. We would like to enjoy the freedom of belief or faith which we hold. Whether others like it or not, that's a different thing. But I have a belief on a particular cause. I have faith. Therefore, I want to express it. Yes, we do have. And when it takes place in the form of expression, and the society receives it or not receives, listens to or hears it, yes, I do have the freedom of expression. Association, I think our Toastmasters is a wonderful body where we keep associating, meeting for our personal, professional, and the social growth also. Religion, though it is a man-made, religion is not a divinity. Religion has been man-made. Even to express that man-made concept, I have the freedom. Then we have the freedom of press, publication. What are all being expressed has to be announced, has to be spread. Freedom of movement. In fact, the MILT is a movement. MILT is a mission. So to conduct that mission or movement, I need freedom. Then freedom from bondage. We were all colonized 75 years ago. We were all colonized and ruled by 30 lakh Britishers ruled the 30 crore country under bondage and slavery. And I chose a place to live. In fact, except Kashmir some time ago, now that we can also go and live at Kashmir. So these are all the variety of freedoms which we got particularly after our independence. 90 years ago, 8 of the world's wealthiest persons in United States, they met at United States. Their combined wealth exceeded the wealth of United States of America. Then you can understand how much wealthy those fellows. 25 years later, what happened? Let us see what happened to them. Charles, the America's steel business, the most powerful person, went bankrupt. Hobson, he was holding the entire gas sector in the United States. He went insane. Arthur, the greatest commodity trader, became insolvent. Richard's New York Stock Exchange chief was jailed. Similarly, Jesse Kruger Fraser, the fellow Americans, they committed suicide. What was the reason? Wealthiest fellows, the combined wealth was much, much more than the United States. They were able to make a living, but they could not make a life. So they did not have the freedom of that life because something else was pressing them, something else arrested them. Therefore, they could not enjoy that freedom. Then the conclusion or end of those people, very pathetic, unpleasant. It's a sign of being arrested. It's a sign that tells us, yes, we need to be free from those clutches. People talk of principles. This has been said by W. W. Slander, an American philosopher. People talk of principles. Even those principles do not influence the principled, for they act on self-interest. Now there is a connectivity of self-interest to freedom. Though we have got freedom, sometimes we raise a question, why the hell did we have freedom? The Britishers could have continued. Self-interest shrinks our freedom. I, my, me, myself, mine. These are all the I-related pronouns that shrinks our freedom. The opposite of self-interest is selflessness that expands our freedom. We will see towards the end how that I plus you becomes we, and how that we enables us to expand our freedom. So who is the fellow for it? Which fellow is instrumental or detrimental towards it is our attitude. Attitude is the quality and direction of our thought process with which we react to the world. Attitude is nothing but thought process. Therefore, that attitude needs to be re-engineered to enjoy the real freedom which we have got. We are all products, human products. Only thing we have, we will breathe. We have life, unlike that of a laptop. It is also a product which has no life. So like how a laptop has been engineered, we human beings have been engineered by our parents, later on the school, the college, the society, the jobs. And sometimes when it plucks our freedom, we need to be re-engineered to enjoy that freedom and offer that freedom to others too, which is called a real freedom. Remember, life is filled with choices. Choices are nothing but our thoughts that take the shape of a choice. Remember, choices have consequences. It is up to us to make a positive choice or a negative choice, productive choice or less productive or unproductive choice. Let us see some examples. When I choose to drink and drive, I kill someone or I get killed. When I eat too much, I know that I am eating too much, therefore I turn obese and I put on weight, overweight. When I drink too much, I invite a day next morning. When I decide to exercise daily, or at least try 3 times, 4 times in a week, I become hale and healthy. Remember, for good health, it is food, sleep, restful sleep with exercise, along with exercise can make us remain hale and healthy till we hit the floor. Now let us find the pathway, the freedom to wisdom. How freedom can give us wisdom, or as Anirudh said, Tarun said, wisdom can give freedom. It is about change in our thought process. That process promotes migration from freedom to wisdom. Let's see an example how Sourav Ganguly got re-engineered. Sourav Ganguly is the one which gave a status to Indian cricket in the international cricket arena. We won 1983 World Cup, but it was said to be a fluke. Under Kapil Dev, we beat the mighty West Indies, 60 overs, 183 runs, but none considered is a pure, authentic victory. It was by a fluke. And that was proved later. India was beaten, beaten or torn into pieces subsequent matches. After Sourav Ganguly took up, he gave the status of international status, and he was responsible for bringing Greg Chappell as a foreign coach, paying 1 crore rupee, while Mohinder Amarnath applied 75 lakhs. He was ignored, and Greg Chappell was chosen. It was a triangular series: Zimbabwe, South Africa, and India at Zimbabwe. Sourav was supposed to meet Greg Chappell at Bombay for a breakfast discussion, then proceed to Harare. Greg Chappell arrived, Sourav did not turn. Then 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, till lunch he waited, then he left. Then there was Sourav Ganguly, joyfully, coolly reached in the evening, cooked some reason which was not convincing to Greg Chappell. Then there was a bit of a gap between them, a distance, difference of opinion, dispute. Very soon, Sourav was taken from the team, test team, one day international, everything. In fact, his earning became, in fact, they earn more in advertisement when they are popular. So everything was lost. Then he had to literally go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, get advice, then change his attitude. He was called Dada those days. That Dada went to his head. That re-engineering later brought him back to the test team. The last few years, end of his career, he played. And Dhoni did a nice gesture. The last day he was to retire, he gave him 2 hours of captaincy on the ground. This is what meant by re-engineering. As long as our engineering does not disturb our freedom, okay. But if that engineering disturbs us, then we have to look into our attitude to get re-engineered. When we re-engineered, our perception also changes. The way we look at things, the society, the people. This is a very popular event in Bible, Goliath versus, in Hebrew, they pronounce it as Goliath, whereas in English, we tend to pronounce it Goliath. So Goliath is a Hebrew pronunciation. When Goliath appeared before the Israelite, the war was going on, all the soldiers thought he was too big to kill, too massive, too big, too huge. But David, a shepherd boy, was passing through, saw him and thought he was too big to miss. So he took a pebble, undivil, catapult, and aimed him exactly in the center of the forehead, hit him. The whole huge Goliath crashed. That is paving way from freedom to wisdom. So these are all my popular quotes on thoughts, how I re-engineer myself by saying these quotes. Thought is the ink with which I write my destiny. Thoughts label us and enable us. Sarah Joseph, an American philosopher, asks, do you shampoo your mind? I know you shampoo your body every day. That means soap your body every day to remove your dirt. But do you shampoo your mind where the cobweb collects? That cobweb is responsible to eliminate our freedom or arrest us. This is not a foreign country. This is in India, capital of Mizoram, Aishwar. There is a traffic jam, but none has crossed the lane. All of them waiting inside their lanes. We wish the countrymen should take some inspiration. Have you seen at Chennai? On many roads, when there is a traffic congestion on the left side, particularly the auto flows begin followed by two-wheelers. The entire road gets blocked. And remember, all these things are done by educated persons, well-educated persons. Tell me then, do we have the real freedom? Are we showing the real freedom to the society? Are we enjoying the freedom? We are intellectually arrested. Intellectually, we tend to say that we are well educated, but intellectually, we are so much backward. We think one, but do it differently. The behavior is different. So it has to change. This is one example. Another beautiful international example. I think some of you might remember the last Olympics. Ivan Fernandez and Abel Mutai. In fact, they were about to almost come towards, I don't know, it is a 10,000 meters race, about to complete. That time the white fellow slipped, then Abel stopped and helped him. Then they both almost ran together and crossed the victory mark. That was a record in Olympics. We talk of empathy. This is the literal example for showing visibly, audibly and visibly empathy to the society. The entire gallery stood up and clapped for them. This is real human freedom. In a competition like Olympics, when you show that sympathy and empathy, I think we really enjoy the freedom of empathy. I don't know these days, but in those days, it was called Bombay. The electricity and transport system were managed by Tatas. That is why the bus is called BEST, Bombay Electric System and Transport. Normally in Bombay, power cuts were not much known for. In case the power goes off, say for half an hour, 1 hour or so, definitely people suffer, industries suffer. They suffer a loss. But Tatas would compensate that loss. The suffering, the loss which experienced by individuals or traders or industries, and Tatas used to compensate. That is real industrial freedom. I think very few people would have the readiness to give that compensation. That is why Tatas are different and Tatas are great today. Right, freedom to wisdom. I have a poem from Dr. APJ, His Excellency Abdul Kalam. He beautifully says the migration from I to we. Can you wish without I? Can you smile without I? Can you be nice without I? Can you be fine without I? Can I laugh without you? Can I have fun without you? Can I succeed without you? Can I enjoy the sunshine without you? So if there is a willing, natural I and you combination, then we move to we. That we brings wisdom. When I have that heart to replace you, I, or I being replaced by you, and we join hands, we are migrating from freedom to wisdom. All the best for your rapt attention. Once again, I wish you a great Independence Day tomorrow. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you for your wonderful speech, sir. And next, so coming to the theme of the day, the key events from India's long freedom struggle. So how we are starting to get the freedom is 23rd June 1757, the British Empire's rule started in India in 1757, followed by the English East India Company gaining control over the entire country by winning the Battle of Plassey. And next, May 10th, 1857, the uprising, Mangal Pandey, our Indian national soldier, rises up against the British East India Company's army, triggering an effective rebellion against British oppression. The next key event is December 28, 1885. On the day, the Indian National Congress was formed out of a coalition of various groups, including the National Students Union of India, the Indian Youth Congress, and the Indian National Trade Union Congress. And next, we have another special event. To conduct this, I will welcome Toastmaster Preeti. Toastmaster Preeti works as a graphic designer at Ford. She is the president of MTC, serving District 120 PRT. Over to you, Toastmaster Preeti.
Is my screen visible for online members?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Is the folder visible or the game is visible?
The folder is visible,
the
bingo
folder is
word
visible.
memory.
Okay, then I'll share my screen with, I'll share the PPT with Gayatri. Gayatri, can you please share it from your system? I'll stop share my screen. Please share it yours. So the rule of the game is there will be jumbled words in a grid. So if you rearrange the word, you'll have a quote. So the quote will be of freedom fighters. So famous quotes are here. Gayatri will share the screen. Okay. Please share it in full screen. So let us split the team. Online people one team, offline left side one team, right side one team. And I need a timer. Anyone willing to do it? Or Toastmaster Tarun, can you
Yes, ma'am,
be a
I'll do
timer? Okay. 30 seconds for each team.
So I'm
Once
not in
30
any
seconds
team.
is over, you can say stop.
One doubt, ma'am. So I'm not in any team right now.
Okay, you are not in any team. You are next. Okay, the game starts now. The first line, next page. Okay, this is for online team. What is the code?
Is any word repeated?
These are the words. It will be not like every word is present here, but you can make it if you rearrange. This is simple only. Anyone?
Hands up.
Okay. Who said the answer? Super. The quote is: live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. This is a famous quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Next slide. This is for the people who is on the left. This is also a very easy quote. So some words may be a filler to confuse you. 75% is right. Correct. Team A will get a point. Freedom is not given, it is taken. This is a quote from Subhash Chandra Bose. Next page. This is for the team which is on the right. This is a quote from Annie Besant.
Hands up.
Okay. Online people, did anyone find this?
Better prepared, silent, will not think or act long.
Better remain silent. Better not even think if you are not ready to act. This is a quote from Annie Besant. Okay, so far team okay, team B gets a point. Next page, Gayatri. This is for online people. This is a quote from Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. Offline people found the answer.
Give blood, Bharat will remember.
You give blood, I'll give freedom.
Give me blood, I'll give you freedom.
give me blood.
Okay, 75% right. Okay. Next for team B. Next page. This is an easy one. This is from Balagangadhar Tilak. Okay, but the sentence has to be reformed. Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. For team C, next page. This is from Bhagat Singh. This is actually a very small quote. So there are many filler words here. Yeah, long live the revolution. Guessed, right? Very good. Long live the revolution. That is from Bhagat Singh. Next page. Okay, this is also from Bhagat Singh. This is for online people.
I serve the country.
Serve the country is correct. The first half is pending.
Serve the country, I have one religion.
Hands up.
I have only one religion, and that is to serve the country. This is a quote from Bhagat Singh. Next page. This is for team B. This is the quote from Ambedkar. Super, well done, team B. I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. This is from Ambedkar. Next page, guys. And this is an easy one for team C. Team B have found out. Yes, right. Be the change you wish to see in the world from Gandhiji. Next page. This is for online members. This is a quote from Jawaharlal Nehru.
Being cautious is the greatest risk of all time.
Well done, Anirudh. Correct. The quote is right. The policy of being cautious is the greatest risk of all. For team B, next page. This is a quote from Gandhi. Yes, a man is a product of his thought. For team C. If you rearrange it, easily you'll get it. Team B got it correct.
I teach that.
No. Anyone from online? Is it time up, Tarun?
Yes, ma'am. Time.
Okay. Anyone
Time's
from
up.
online?
I like the religion that teaches equality, fraternity, and liberty.
Very good. Well done, Kavita ma'am. I like the religion that teaches liberty, equality, and fraternity. Next question. This is for online members. This is from Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Resources will not be the problem. It is a lack of capability.
Somewhat is right.
Lack of capability will not affect the resources.
Time's up.
The problem is not the lack of resources or capability, but the lack of will. Next one. This is a quote from Subhash Chandra Bose.
If you want to get, you have to give.
Nikhil, you came 75%.
You want to give, you must want.
You must give if you want to get. Last question for Team C. This is from Bhagat Singh.
In times of crisis.
Yeah. Yes, correct. In times of great necessity, violence is indispensable. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Yes. Okay, I have one more game for you. Hold on. Gayatri, can you share? Before that, I want, this is for new members or anyone who's willing, you can come. Guests can also participate.
New members.
Mohan, Paramaguru, Prabhat, Tenzin. Yeah. Okay, you can come one by one, but with excitement I come everyone. Okay, this is for Nikhil, the first one. In the second game, can you please show a slide? Word memory. The rule is, the timer, please note the time is only 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, a screen will be shown. In that, 8 words will be given. In 10 seconds, you have to remember 8 words and recite it.
Same order.
Yes, same order. The first one, Gayatri. Is
10 seconds done. 10 seconds done.
Is 10 seconds over?
Yeah, done, ma'am.
Okay, stop.
India, Swaraj, Mahatma, Freedom, Bharat, Flag, British.
Okay, the next one is Netaji. The order is wrong, but the words are right. Second one, your name?
No.
Can you please? Next one. Yeah.
Something is coming.
Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up.
Okay, I'll leave this one. Move to next one because there is a this here. Move to next one. Move to next one. Done.
Military.
Time's up.
Okay.
Jail. Bihar. British India.
Gayatri, I don't know this one. Is he correct? Okay, share it. Look at which was missed. See, voice missed. Okay, anyway, well done. Thank you. Mohit. Next one. Tarun, please count 10 seconds.
Starting now. Time's up.
10 seconds. Okay.
Fire, presidency, Pakistan, Gandhi, Veer, War.
Okay, Viceroy is missed. But well done. Next one, who wants to try? Prabha? Gayatri?
Starting now. Time's up.
Are we ready? Oops.
One highlighter he said different things than what he said.
Thank you.
Do anyone want to try? Honestly, come on. I think we still have 3 more, correct? Sananda. Come on, Sananda. Anand. Okay, Muthu is coming. Gayatri.
Time starts now.
Okay.
Hands up. Hands up.
Province, India, that's how I remember.
Anyone? Jacob? Sarana? Gayatri? Yeah.
Time starts now. Time's up.
Indian Constitution.
Okay, you remember 5 times.
Time starts now. Time's up.
Politics.
Okay.
And democracy. Independence.
No. Independence was not there in it. Gayatri, do we have anyone or all the one are finished? Oh no, this is for offline people. Okay. Do we have anyone slide or that's all? 2 more are there. Okay, let us give for online people as well. Do anyone want to try online? Online people, do anyone want to try?
Let me try, ma'am.
Okay, Indumati will try. Please share the screen. Okay, close.
Time's up, time's up.
Punjab, president, election, struggle, Mountbatten.
Okay, well done. Indumati.
Hyderabad.
Thank you. Any other want to try? Deepa, our new member. Do you want to try, Deepa?
Yes.
Yes, please share the screen for Deepa.
Time starts now. Time's up.
Portuguese, place.
Hmm.
That's it, I forgot.
Okay,
Okay.
nice, right. Anyone? Team? Okay, anyway, if you're going to repeat also, no one will remember that. Okay, time up. So let us move for break for 10 minutes and come back by 11:40.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. So let's get back to this meeting. It's not.
So welcome back. Sure. So welcome back, members. To continue with the one second, please. So welcome back, members. To continue with the theme of the day, the history of Indian Independence Day. April 13, 1990, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre involves British troops firing into a massive crowd of unarmed Indian civilians in Amritsar, an event that motivates Gandhiji to lead a movement of non-violent resistance in the struggle of independence. Next key event is 12th March 1930. That's a Dandi March. The 24-day march lasted from 12th March 1930 to 6th April 1930 as a direct action campaign of tax resistance and non-violent protest against the British salt monopoly. And finally, the August 15, 1947, the power transfer. The midnight of India's first day of an independent sovereign nation, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru reinforces India's liberation with his iconic Trusty with Destiny speech. And next, we have another special event, the song on the independence theme. To present this, I welcome Toastmaster Kavita. Kavita is working in Capgemini as a project manager, 13 years into IT, 7 years with Toastmasters. Hobbies are playing veena, gardening, and reading. And stage is yours, Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jacob, for that wonderful introduction. Am I audible? Okay. So this is a song by my favorite poet, Mahakavi Bharati. Rather than calling him a poet, I would say he's a social reformer. He was a visionary. So this song was written much before the independence. So he died in 1921. So this song was written much before the independence, but he envisioned an independent India even before we got the independence. So let's quickly move on to the song. Let me switch on the rhythm. ஆடுவோமே பள்ளு பாடுவோமே ஆனந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து விட்டோம் என்று ஆடுவோமே எங்கும் சுதந்திரம் என்பது பேச்சு எங்கும் சுதந்திரம் என்பது பேச்சு நாம் எல்லோரும் சமம் என்பது உறுதியாச்சு சங்கு கொண்டே வெற்றி ஊதுவோமே சங்கு கொண்டே வெற்றி ஊதுவோமே தரணிக்கலாம் எடுத்து ஓதுவோமே ஆடுவோமே உழவுக்கும் தொழிலுக்கும் வந்தனை செய்வோம் உழவுக்கும் தொழிலுக்கும் வந்தனை செய்வோம் வீணை உண்டு களி திருப்போரை நிந்தனை செய்வோம் பிழலுக்கு நீ பாய்ச்சி மாயமாட்டோம் பிழலுக்கு நீ பாய்ச்சி மாயமாட்டோம் வெறும் வீணருக்குடல் உழைத்து ஓய மாட்டோம் ஆடுவோமே நாம் இருக்கும் நாடு நமதென்பதறிந்தோம் நாம் இருக்கும் நாடு நமதென்பதறிந்தோம் இது நமக்கே உரிமையாயிருப்பதறிந்தோம் பூமியில் எவர்க்கும் இனி அடிமை செய்யோம் பூமியில் எவர்க்கும் இனி அடிமை செய்யோம் பரிபூரணனுக்கே அடிமை செய்து வாழ்வோம் ஆடுவோமே பாடுவோமே ஆனந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து விட்டோம் ஆடுவோம் ஆடுவோம் ஆடுவோமே. Thank you. Over to you, Team Modi.
And next is a interesting session. It's a table topic master. So to provide us with a challenge for today's table topics round, we have the table topics master, Toastmaster Anand, who will be conducting the session today. Toastmaster Anand works at CIPLA. His interest is towards coaching and guiding the society in health and wellness and creating an awareness on disease and its management. His hobbies are reading, cycling, and traveling. So please help me in welcoming the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for your warm introduction. Today, I am going to be the table topic master. Okay. The most important part in this Toastmaster session is that impromptu speech. That is right, your table topic. Right. See, we have the God has gifted as the sixth sense. The sixth sense is nothing but our prefrontal cortex, right, which is responsible for thinking, reasoning, judging, problem solving, and abstract thinking, abstract ideas, right? During the impromptu speech, you can organize your thoughts, you can structure your sentences, words, and listen and activate your prefrontal cortex and do your speech, right? See, it was a fabulous thing. Lot of new programs is going on, right? What I was fascinated is that the song, which was sung by Toastmaster Kavita, that was a fabulous, and also Toastmaster Preeti, she has done a wonderful job, right? See, in a quiz, have you seen that in this fun session, she has called the new members and asked to remember 7 or 8 words. I think 8 words are there. Why there is 8 words? So why there is a 7 words? Any answer? Why she specifically put only 7 words? Any idea? Yes, absolutely. See, the human brain, right? The attention capacity is that it can capture only 7 plus or minus items in a given span of time. That's why if you see that in the registration number, you can see that either 6 or 7 numbers. That's why if a police person can, any chain snatching is happening, the police person can capture that number in his memory. That's why it is a 7 or plus or minus item. Okay, now let us jump into the session. Let me call upon first the most interesting person, Toastmaster Karthik Shokumar. Let me call upon. Yes. Karthik Shokumar, for you the topic is struggle liberates you. What's your opinion? Struggle liberates you. What's your opinion?
Thank you, table topic masters. Struggle liberates you. It's a very good one. And every day it's like if you take with the theme of the day, as well as with the way in which we live our lives, everything synchronizes with that. In life, without struggle, nothing is going to happen. And with struggle, we are going to have anything that what we want to have it, we can have it. If you give it, you will get it. So the struggle is what you give it. So the end result is what we will get it. So even today we are living here happily and with all freedom that we have because of the struggle some people have put in. And every day, so for example, even if you want to crack your examinations, only then you will become a degree holder or certified person in some certification courses. And even in our offices, you need to put in the struggle. So only then you will be having the end result of a good salary hike or the promotion that you anticipate for. The struggle is what that liberates us. So liberations in the sense we can say like what we need in psychological way. So it's like something, an achievement or enlightenment, we can say. So in order to have that enlightenment also, we need to have to go through the struggle of hand focusing our mind, making ourselves calm. So philosophically also, if you think about it, it's all about making ourselves, struggling against making our mind free from other thoughts. So the struggle is what something which will definitely liberate us from whatever the distress that we are going for. So for example, if you have been in a financial distress, that is also you need to put in a lot of your hard work that will liberate you and that will give you the freedom. So everything, if you want to have it in life, the first thing that in order to have a public speaking fear, getting right is like coming into the stage. That itself is a struggle for me before some time. Today I'm able to do it. So in order to have and overcome all those things and liberate the negative things and get the point where you want to be, so we need to overcome those struggles. And thank you so much. And back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik Shivkumar, by sharing your opinion. Absolutely, I agree with you, right? So if you struggle only, we can explore our full potential. That was a great takeaway. Thank you very much. Let me call upon Rahul, our guest Rahul, please. Guest Rahul, for you, the topic is COVID-19 and Independence Day 2022 celebration. COVID-19 and Independence Day 2022 celebration. Over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Anand, for a very divergent topic. See, COVID and Independence Day celebrations. Those are like two very different things which I can think of. But then let me try to divide and conquer. So, independence is given to us by British. They have given us some good things, some bad things. So let me divide the problem into two parts. First is COVID-19. So last 2 years or so, there has been a lot of what do you say? A lot of changes to our lives. If you look at it, earlier nobody thought that we'll be having a Teams meeting, for example, like now. So we're having an offline as well as an online session. So that's one thing that has come to our lives. Because of COVID, we were forced to stay at our homes, work from home, and learn how do you live within the premises of your houses and then try to operate from. So that has given us some sort of learnings. And coming to the second part of it, Independence Day celebration 2022. So this is a very auspicious moment. First of all, many congratulations to all for the 75th Independence Day celebration, because it's a very important landmark for India. And as Indians, we are very proud, and we see India to be growing. And one of the intent from last few years from India is to be the #1 in terms of economy or whatever perspective that you see. So that's an important aspect. And 75 years we have tried for it. And if you go back before 75 years, there has been a lot of struggle. People have given their lives so that we can be happy in our lives. I think one of the Toastmasters spoke about what is happiness. So happiness is all about expressing yourself, and that's what I am here to be part of Toastmasters, so that I can express my views in front of you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Yes, what you told is absolutely correct. The happiness is to express ourselves. The expression is to the way for the liberation. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Yeah. Next, let me call upon a guest, Dhanushri. Guest Dhanushri. Yeah. Yeah. Guest Dhanushri, for you, what is your memorable Independence Day celebration? What is your memorable Independence Day celebration? You can share your views.
Okay, thank you, Toastmasters and guests. My topic is what is my memorable Independence Day celebration. So my memorable Independence Day celebration was when I was in garden in UKG. In that, everybody was interested in participating in Independence Day celebration. They were supposed to dress up as their favorite freedom fighter, and then uh, and then give and then sing a song or something about Independence Day or anything about that. So I prepared that for like 2 weeks, but in the last minute I became really sick. But I already signed up for it, and then everybody wrote down my name, and then everything happened. But I still had to sing the song. Sing the song. So it was really funny back then. I had to go back to school, and then I had to sing the song, and then I had to come back half the way through. So I just went to school, and then I sang the song, and then before the celebration even ended, like right before right like 5 minutes before the celebration ended, I had to go back home. The next day, everybody was in our class was like, why did you go back? You missed out everything. The funny thing about school is when you are there, nothing exciting happens. But the moment you go away, everything happens. The best things, everything. Apparently, they conducted a game session, and everybody got to go on to stage and dance right after I left. So that was really memorable, but not for the best reasons, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Dhanushri, for sharing your reminiscence. Thank you very much. Next, let me call upon our Pat sir, Toastmaster Pat sir. Yes, sir. For Pat sir, for you, peace is liberty in tranquility. Peace is liberty in tranquility. What's your opinion?
Peace is liberty in tranquility.
Tranquility.
Table topics master, fellow members, and honored guest. These two have same spelling. P-E-A-C, peace Patani, then P-E-A-C, Amaidi. I think that is what he means by tranquility. When can a man be peaceful? When you don't have any expectation at all, or all your expectations have been satisfied. So these are the two extremes. One status is no expectation. The other extreme is all the expectations have been filled. Can we live in this human life without expectation? That is not possible. So we need to have expectation, but not over expectation. And attempt to fulfill that expectation by means of effort, action, performance, all those stuffs. To perform successfully, we need to prepare, plan, prioritize, prepare, practice, persist, and perform. Then we are able to get that accomplishment from the performance, and that gives a pleasure and happiness, and that takes us to peace. To do this, definitely we need liberty, the freedom of action. the freedom of putting in effort. So the peace in tranquility is offered by the liberty, which provides the scope for the so many P's which I said: plan, prioritize, prepare, practice, persist, and perform. Incidentally, P also starts with peace also starts with P. Pat also starts with P. So put together, it's about 7 8s that gives me the tranquility. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
So what a wonderful creative speech. Wow, that was great. One of the source of inspiration for all of us. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Next, let me call upon Tenzing. Yeah. For you. Super consciousness and liberty. Super consciousness and liberty. Over to you. Super consciousness and liberty. Yes.
Good morning and fellow Toastmasters. Yeah, it's quite hard to say, but consciousness is a way to liberty. I think because consciousness is part of the condition.
Toastmaster Tenzin, can you come close to the mic?
Okay.
Not audible.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving a wonderful topic. I think consciousness is a part of some wisdom to get liberty or to get out of some suffering or and this benefit for the struggling to more freedom. So without consciousness, we can't get out of this suffering and we can't get independence. So we always have to gratitude about the sacrifice of all the struggle of the whole life for the freedom of independence. All the countries, they have lots of lost countries. We Tibetans are still struggling for the our freedom in Tibet. Every 10th March is Tibetan Uprising Day. We consider it start in 1959. 10th of March is still having struggling for every year. And so this is that's all. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tenzing, for sharing your philosophical thoughts. Thank you very much. Yes. Let me call upon Toastmaster Prabhat. Yeah. Yes. Toastmaster Pradap, for you. Personal liberty is diminishing nowadays. Isn't it true? Personal liberty is diminishing nowadays. Isn't it true? Over to you.
Thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to speak on the liberty. Personal liberty is not diminishing these days. Actually, I can say it is true to some extent. We people are having so many expectations in the life, and because of the expectation, we are having so many restriction, and we are scared of people or scared of society. We think if we will go and do something like this, we may fail, and because we fail, society will be having some of the perception about me. So it means we are not feeling like we are open to express. We are not actually liberating ourselves, and because of that, we are into a shell. And this, I have seen so many people like this. I was also like that. So many times I used to think about so many things. If even if I'm talking about my speech, so many times I used to think if I will go and stay, if
my speech will be something awkward, then people will think about me and people will make fun of me. Because of that, I was always staying away. And because of that, I was into the shell for so many years. But from 2016 or 17, I can say, I started to face the situation. I started to face the audience. And because of that, I am doing so many things in the life. And I'm feeling like we should not be restricting ourselves into a shell. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
It was highly motivating, Toastmaster. Actually, you are inside the shell. Now you are got liberated. Wow, that's great. So liberation is a sign for growth and moving towards the self-actualization. It is a higher form of the human, behind the human intelligence. I can say that. Thank you. I can see that spark in your face and in your eyes. Thank you very much. Let me call upon the guest. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sunada, could you please? Yeah. Sanada, yes. Guest Sanada, please. For your topic is that, who is your favorite national leader? Why? Who is your favorite national leader? Why? Over to you.
Hi everyone. My topic is who is my favorite national leader and why? My favorite national leader is Mahatma Gandhi because he's the leader of all the Dandi March and all. He's the one because we got freedom today now. So and also Mahatma Gandhi, even though when he was in prison, he did not do anything about it. He was just thinking. After a lot of thinking, he got a plan and then he went. And then today we all have freedom now. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanada. Yes, definitely. Because of Gandhiji, we are all here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all. My heartfelt thanks to my VP Education, who has given an opportunity to conduct the table topic. Now I'm handing the control to our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TT Master, Toastmaster Anand, for conducting a wonderful TT session. And all the topics are related to the word of the day. So, timer, maybe know the qualified speakers on the TT.
All speakers are qualified.
Thank you. The next part of our meeting is the important round of our Toastmasters meeting. In this round, a constructive feedback is given to each speaker as well as the overall meeting conduct so that members can benefit from the experience of evaluators and become better speakers. For this, we have the general evaluator to conduct the session. Now, I would like to hand over the session to the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Anirudh. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob. So, welcome back again. We are back with another important session of this meeting, which is the evaluation session. And in this session, there will be some seasoned evaluators who will be giving constructive feedback on the target speaker's speech. And today we had only one speech, and so and that one speech was given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. And to evaluate him is Toastmaster Muthu. And a brief introduction about Toastmaster Muthu is he is working as a biomedical engineer in Lotus Surgicals Private Limited in Pondicherry. And his hobbies are blogging, podcasting, reading books, listening to educational materials, and playing cricket. Over to Toastmaster Muthu for your evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day. I hope I'm audible and visible for the online participants.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Thank you. First of all, let me congratulate Toastmaster Mohan Babu for completing his level 1 project 2 speech. It was a very good speech. He met his project objectives. So to present a speech on any topic, so he did that very well. First, I would like to share some positive things about his speech, something which I liked in his speech. I liked his enthusiasm throughout the speech. He was flawless, and he seems very well prepared. So the clarity of the speech, vocal variety, eye contact, and gestures were excellent. So even though he's giving his second speech, he's giving like a pro. So we all enjoyed that. The topic is well chosen because it clearly shows that happiness expedition. So it clearly let us know that what he is going to talk about. It must be about something related to happiness. So very carefully chosen that. And he started his speech with a question like, am I happy? So it's a very good way of opening the speech and grabs the audience attention. Throughout his speech, he shared his personal experience of what makes him happy. He shared many things like what he do when he running, cooking, and also is about his job. A lot of things he shared. So that was very creative. And also at the end of the speech, he asked the question like, what is happiness? So with this question, most of us went like thinking, what is happiness? Most of us don't know what is happiness. So that's a very good way of making us to think. So at the end of his speech, he ended his speech with a lot of quotes. So that's a very good way of ending the speech. So that's all. That's something about the positive aspect. And coming about these suggestions, he's made a lot of effort in the speech. Or after starting his speech, he introduced himself and the project details. That is not required because the evaluator has already given his introduction and his project details. So that can be avoided. We had an opening, body, and conclusion. So it is organized. But in the body, this things like something not organized particularly. So how can we do that? So we can make a main point as on 3 sub point, and then another main point, 3 sub point, and another. So in this way, it makes a speech looks beautiful. So these things he can consider in his next speech. And also at the end of the speech, it includes some summary. So what he has spoken throughout his speech. That's a nice way of ending the speech. So the audience will remember what is spoken during the speech. So overall, it's a very good speech, and it's a a lot of effort put by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. So if we include this suggestions in the next speech, it will make him. And thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. That was a great evaluation. And I actually personally liked the topic that Toastmaster Mohan Babu chose about happiness and mental well-being, because that really plays an important role in our lives. So kudos for that. So that concludes the evaluation segment. Now we'll move on to the tag team reports. Playing the timer role today is Toastmaster Tarun. So over to Toastmaster Tarun for your timer report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So for the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Mohan Babu took 5 minutes 47 seconds. And next comes the TT session. Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar took 2 minutes 6 seconds. Guest Rahul took 2 minutes 21 seconds. Guest Tanushree took 1 minute 59 seconds. DTM Pat took 2 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Kanjan took 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Prabhat took 1 minute 5 seconds. Guest Sanada took 54 seconds. Toastmaster Muthu took 3 minutes 12 seconds for the evaluation session. Over to the General Evaluator. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for your timer report. Next, I will call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Saravanan. Over to you for the R counter report.
In case of speech session, I found it speech by Mohan Babu is filler free, so I couldn't look at any fillers or passes. And on the special session by DTM Patser, that was also filler free. In case of evaluation session, Muthu used sounds, filler sounds are quite a few times, and words also quite a few times. And he repeated words like very, very few times. In case of table topic session, Toastmaster Anand used the word right quite a few times and sound ha quite a few times. In case of speakers, like table topic speakers like Toastmaster Karthik Shivkumar used and 2 times and so around 5 times and like and the 1 time. And then also used filler sound quite a few times in a speech. Guest Rao used ha quite a few times, around 14 times, and the word so 2 times. Guest Anushri used sounds like ha and ho quite a few times, and she repeated words like sing a song before, and she also repeated words like so and quite a few times. And in table topic session, Patser, in this also he was filler free. In case of Toastmaster Tenzing used words also quite a few times and sound ha around 5 times. Toastmaster Prabhat used ha around 6 times. Yes, Sananda used sounds like ha quite a few times and words like because and 2 times. With that, my evaluation ends, sorry, my observation ends of the counter. Over to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for your detailed counter report. So next, I would like to call the last person in the tag team. This is the grammarian, and this role is played by Toastmaster Paramaguru. So over to you for your grammarian report.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So today I have observed from TM Jacob, he used phrases like absence of control or resistance and words like confined, autocratic, arbitrary control, oppression, massive, resistance, protest, and liberation. And from TM Mohan Babu, that was a flawless speech. And he has used phrases like expression of pity, princess joy, plenty of research, atmosphere of mind, and words like essential brand ambassador, amazed, rapidly, certainty. And TM Pattabhiram sir used, that was wonderful speech. He used many words like arrested, belief of faith, expression, association, bondage, slavery, colonized, bankrupt, insane, insolvent, pathetic, thought process, authentic, dispute, perception, intellectual, empathy, and readiness. And in table topics, he used the liberative word 3 times and words like expectation. And TM Preeti used the liberty word 4 times and quotes like give me blood, I will give freedom, Swaraj is my birthday, birth, long live the revolution, and words like reform. And TM Kavita used the liberty word 3 times and words like reformer, visionary, envision. And TM Anand, the words of the day 3 times or 4 times, and words like cortex, reasoning, abstract ideas, fabulous, potential, inspiration, and span of time. And TM Karthik Shivakumar used the word liberty 4 times, and words like enlightenment, focusing, struggle, promotion, liberation. And guest Rahul, he used the liberate word 2 times and words like divergent, concur, auspicious, expressing. And guest Dhanushri, okay, she used the words liberty 2 times and words like participate, freedom fighter, signed up, exciting. And Tenzin used the liberty word 4 times and words like wisdom, gratitude, and struggle. And Prabhat, TM Prabhat used the liberty 3 times and words like expectation, restriction, perception, shell, and awkward. And he has done the great motivation. I liked his table topic speech. And guest Saratha used the word 2 times and words like freedom. That's it. Now over to you, evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paramaguru, for your report. So now the gate is closed for today. The gate is finished. Now I will give my report. So the meeting was started well by the Sergeant at Arms and was handed over to the presiding officer, and then it was handed over to the Toastmaster of the day. And the Toastmaster of the day started the meeting really well by giving examples about the word of the day and theme of the day and talking about it. And he also conducted a quiz, which was really entertaining and lively. So kudos to the Toastmaster of the day for starting the session off with an entertaining fashion. And then the prepared speech session happened. There was only one speaker for today, and as I said, I personally liked the speech given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu, because he spoke about the happiness and mental well-being, which is being talked about a lot nowadays. Previously, there wasn't much emphasis about mental well-being and all, but nowadays it is really, really important for us to be calm even in pressure situations, because outside situations may not be in our control. So on the inner side, we need to maintain our emotional state, and we need to maintain our thoughts so that we can be calm and face any situation that challenges us. So that was a great speech given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. And then next, there was an Independence Day themed speech by DTM Pat sir, and that was also very informative, and he spoke about the freedom and wisdom, which is also really important. So that was also a really good session to be a part of. And then there was a Toastmaster Kavita sang a song for this Independence Day, and that was also a very nice song. Kudos, ma'am, for performing on this big Independence Day meeting. And then also the fun session by Toastmaster Preeti was also great. So many quizzes and games. It makes the meeting itself so interesting. Very rarely we see all this in Toastmaster meetings. Since today was a big occasion, we saw a lot of extra events and a lot of entertaining events, which made the meeting itself very interesting. So kudos to Toastmaster Preeti also. And then the table topic session by Toastmaster Anand was also brilliantly done. He first explained about the impromptu speaking skills and about the liberty, and then he gave a lot of topics related to the word of the day, theme of the day. So that was brilliantly done. And also the evaluation session, Toastmaster Muthu also gave a great evaluation about the speech given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. And the tag team reports were also nicely done by the timer, R counter, and grammarian. There are a few recommendations. In the starting, when the Sergeant at Arms handed over the session to the presiding officer, there were some technical glitches where there was some delay where the screen was not visible. And also when the TMOD was speaking, when he was speaking about the word of the day and theme of the day, it was still in the first slide. The slides didn't go to the next slide and next slide. So maybe we can check those technical glitches before the start of the meeting, so it can be avoided. And also today, I think the offline attendance was really good. That was very nice to see. There are more people in offline than in online. That was nicely done. And another recommendation, maybe for these kind of meetings, we can have more speakers. Today there was only one speaker. Maybe minimum we can have 2 or 3 speakers, so that it can improve the quality of the meeting even more. So that is another recommendation. But otherwise, it was a great and fun-filled meeting. I really enjoyed it. Once again, a happy 75th Independence Day to everyone. That's it from my side. Back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Jacob.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for a detailed evaluation report, and his kudos to his team as well. And I hope you enjoyed this session, right? Thank you. And I have to thank my VP Education, Toastmaster Muthu, for giving this opportunity. First time I'm doing this role. So thank you for giving this opportunity. And Toastmaster Preeti and Anand, they are guiding me. Thank you to all of you. And with that, I'll conclude and hand over the meeting to our presiding officer. And happy Independence Day. Thank you.
So we have one guest who is coming week on week but not speaking a single word. So I'm going to call that person. He's going to show his painting to us. This is none other than Gayatri's own son, Vikrant. Vikrant? He wants to show his drawing to us. Vikrant, come on.
I'll hold it. What do you want?
Okay, next week also we'll call it. So we came to an end of our session today. Hope you all enjoyed the session very much. I would like to thank our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Jacob, Anand, and Muthu for making this event more memorable. Also for Mohan for his speech. The tag role players, there are many new first timers today. All have done a great job. Gayatri, is the result ready? Okay, before that, let us get the feedback from guest, but he has joined as a member. Sarath, okay, yes, Sarath.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is my first offline session. It was a very good session. I thought like, I just came here to be more good in communication and to get more network. So I think this is the good place for me. So thank you.
Not only these people, you'll get to meet many people. So area level, division level, and district level people. All the best, and please get in touch with Toastmaster Anand to be a member. And I would now like to invite our half-an-hour-old Toastmaster. Yeah, I forgot your name. Rahul, yeah.
Thanks, Toastmaster. So yeah, this is my second session. I'm coming here for the second time, and it was good. That's why I kind of joined it. And the session went well. One of the good things about today's session was the mind twisters that you hosted. It's just tough to remember 8 words in a sequence, and that too when you have seen similar words previously. See the first person who gave it was easier.
Okay, actually, I want to give you a chocolate.
So
He's the one person from 7 out of 8. Done a good job. Finally, go at it. So what did you do?
thanks, and yeah, good to be here, and looking forward to be eminent member of this club. Thanks.
Gayatri? Revati Gajendran, is that a guest or a member? Revati is a guest, I think. Revati, can you please unmute and introduce yourself and share the feedback about the session?
Yes, hi. I mean, this is the first Toastmaster session that I've been attending. We actually from our office we planned we can conduct some Toastmaster sessions within our office. So I just found this page in Instagram, and I wanted to observe how these meetings are held. Actually, it was very useful session for me, and how you people are timing it and how you are generating report for each and everything. Yeah, so it was actually very useful for me, and looking forward to attend more meetings in this club. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Revati. And if you are in Chennai, please try to attend offline next week.
Yes.
Now,
where is this place? I mean, where is the place that
I'll share you the location.
Thank you.
Can you please put your number in the chat box so that our vice president membership will contact you and share the location and meeting details?
Okay.
Thank you. Now moving on to the best awards, best speaker of the day. Toastmaster. So far, he has given 2 speeches, and this is his second best speaker award. Well done. Next. Table topic. I'm missing Anand here. He used to get best table topic speaker award week on week. Best narrator. And first time goes to he had taken so much of effort to prepare the sorry. This will be address my son.
Thank you.
Now the first one goes to Toastmaster Jacob. He had done a wonderful job. All those like animations, twists and all that. And that. Next, actually, I thought this grammarian report, he entered around 3 to 4 pages. I thought it will take a long time, but he made it short. Congratulations for that. And the meeting rating is best tag role player is for Paramundu. Saved a lot of time actually. A meeting rating is 5 out of 5. Well done. Okay, 4.75. We have a contest season coming on. The date is not yet fixed. Humorous and evaluation contest. There is no eligibility criteria for that. The eligibility criteria is you have to be a member of a good standing club. So we are in that category. So anyone who wants to give your name can give it to. Okay, can wait for a few more, 1 more week. Let us find the contest share and you can give the name to contest share. Before that, we'll be conducting educational session on how to prepare scripts for the humorous speeches, evaluation speeches, which will be helpful for you in future. Also, we are planning to have this kind of edutainment session once in a month. If you are okay, we can plan this. And I'm encouraging people to attend offline so that we'll get more engagement in future weeks. Thank you so much. With this, I adjourn 631st meeting of Madam. We will meet next week. Please come together for a picture. Anyone from online? Sure.
சரியா
I'll come back. Saravanan is not in the frame. Saravanan is not in the frame. And who's that? Yes, Sarath is not in the frame. Saravanan alone is not in the frame. Okay, Saravanan. Kavita ma'am, can you?
Yes, Preeti, you want me to take this screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take it. 1, 2, 3. Yes, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time constraint.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.